All right. Hello and welcome. This is Doyle Buehler, and this is the Digital Leadership Breakthrough Show for December 4th, 2017. And today I've got a really good show coming up. I want to talk about the book coming out. Get that in there. Look at how thick this one is. This isn't the actual real book, but I'm going to get into that shortly. And I also want to talk about transformation and how that can actually be brought into your company, probably a little bit easier than you might have thought or expected. And I'm going to go through how you can actually embody a transformation actually quite easily. And then really just comes down to what I call digital leadership as well. So that's going to be what I'm going to be talking about today. So welcome to the program. My name is Doyle Buehler, and I help leaders, entrepreneurs, and disruptors scale, grow, and transform their businesses and sales through digital leadership. And I'm the author of the brand new book coming out tomorrow called Breakthrough. And I'm here to show you how you can create a digital business advantage and transformation. So today I want to talk a bit about what I call digital leadership. And again, this is more so how do you actually everybody, it's okay to kind of be out there and be in business and that sort of thing, but unless you kind of step up to the plate and say, hey, I'm going to understand more, I want to do more, I want to be able to get more out of digital and out of online, I'm going to need to become more of a digital leader. And over the years, I've sort of developed these concepts in terms of what really pulls this together and how can people sort of define that digital leadership, because that's what leads to transformation. Is if you can understand again what you're doing and why you're doing it, then you can actually realize how you need to get it done. And that's one of the most critical aspects that can happen when we get into that. So I wanted to quickly cover what I call again the 7 disciplines of digital leadership, and I hope you don't mind. I'm the visuals within the book here, and it basically covers 7 core concepts. So I'm going to read a little bit of the book to you called The 7 Disciplines of Digital Leadership. And I'll have these as separate graphics and that sort of thing. But this is, again, fundamental for ensuring that you're able to understand what's going on around you. And once you're able to do that, then that's actually where the breakthrough can happen. And that's how you can create the breakthrough, is by understanding what's really important. So the first one is they have a sound digital strategy that connects and communicates who they are online. Right. So it's not a matter of just sort of having a business, having a website, that sort of thing. That's what I've always been talking about. But it's more a matter of how do you connect and communicate those aspects, that ecosystem, those assets across everything that you do, and so that people can come to understand what you're doing there and that sort of thing. The second discipline is they have developed a detailed content plan that helps them discover and empower their voice online. So this is really important because this allows you to be able to deliver consistent value through your content. And again, it's not just about throwing stuff up and saying, hey, oh, here's my story, here's my article, please read it, please share it, that sort of thing. It's about creating that consistency and that congruency across everything as you get into it. And that's what's really, really important. The third discipline is they have learned how to use social media properly as part of an ever-growing community. And it's not just a broadcast mentality as well. It's more, how do we actually create a sharing environment? How do we create interactions? How do we create, backward and forward and that sort of thing? So it's not just about blurting out, hey, I'm doing some great stuff on social media. It's really about how can you actually make that work, and how do you actually grow your community, which is super important. Number 4 is they understand that branding, visuals, and videos are a significant part of what they develop and create online for their audience, right? So you have to build something that educates, and entertains. Those were 2 words that I wanted to say together. You have to create content that educates and entertains, and that's really where you can do with the visuals and the videos and that sort of thing. And live video obviously is helpful, but canned video, pre-recorded video can certainly work, but also visuals and that sort of thing in terms of developing your brand identity and conveying your ideas with the visuals that you actually produce. The fifth discipline is there's an alignment with their website, their content, their strategy, and their sales funnel, right? So it's, again, not just having a website, it's making sure that this website then feeds into everything and that it's congruent and consistent with everything across your whole entire digital ecosystem, so that your website isn't just kind of there, kind of thing. It adds a lot to the journey. It adds a lot to the story. It adds a lot to your digital ecosystem and those types of things. So it's not just standing on its own. It's part of all your different assets that you're creating. The sixth discipline is they have established and continued to develop a sales funnel and social selling process that is continuous and always working for their business. So in this case, this is one thing that a lot of businesses miss, from what I've seen, probably, in the 98th percentile. They don't have an active sales funnel. They have a contact us page, which is great. But unfortunately, that's a very small sliver of people who are actually ready to work with you at this particular point in time. So if you think about it, there's a whole range of people who are in various stages along that buyer's journey. And if you're able to capture them properly in a sales funnel or a sales value sequence, as I prefer to call it, then it really becomes a lot easier to kind of nurture them along that pathway. And so you have to have these features along that journey as well. And the seventh one is the seventh discipline of digital leadership is they realize that advertising and analytics are critical to their long-term success in order to expand their audience and generate more business, right? So you have to look at how do you expand it upon your existing circle or sphere of influence. You have to actually look at, okay, what are people doing with it? What are they doing online with my content, with my branding, with my strategy, everything? And that's where you have to take a look at analytics and see if it is actually working. So you have to sort of put a program together that supports that entire digital ecosystem through advertising, promotion, and also analytics as well. So that's a small little snippet of the 7 disciplines of digital leadership. And again, that's what really, in my mind, what helps you create that transformation rather, because you're able to understand the bigger picture. It's not just about your website. It's not just about your e-commerce sales or your services or whatever. It's how do you actually pull everything together to make it useful for your business and that sort of thing. So that's really what I wanted to talk about today, was getting that transformation, making sure that it works, and understanding these 7 disciplines of digital leadership that will actually help you along that way. So that's the main topic that I wanted to talk about today. The second thing is mistakes, right? Mistakes can be good and mistakes can be bad. And in this case, this was sort of a preview copy, and I don't know if you can see that, but it's actually quite thick. And if you look at it, it's like double thickness. And what they did was, it wasn't somebody made a mistake or the machine made a mistake, but they doubled up 2 copies. But I thought it was just kind of fun to see, hey, how thick can my book actually be? And it's double the thickness as well. It doesn't have necessarily double the knowledge out of it, but that's a key ingredient as well. So that's where I wanted to leave that. So I've got this. It takes up twice the space as this. The normal size version as well. So that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about today. I'm really excited because the paperback version is being released Tuesday, December 5th. The ebook version will be coming available on the 12th of December as well. So making sure that if you check your calendar, go to your local bookstore. If you don't see it, you'll probably have to ask for it, which is totally cool, but get the title and they'll ship it to you, or go to the many online retailers and you'll be able to get a copy there. It's actually pretty cool to see as you distribute the book, as it becomes available on more and more channels throughout that as well. So Barnes & Noble, Amazon, who else? Booktopia in Australia, Barnes & Noble in the US. And it's really kind of cool to see that it's now available and ready to be shipped starting tomorrow, December the 5th as well. So excellent. So mark it in your calendars, check your local bookstore, search for it online, get one for yourself or your colleagues. And if you would like to, I always forget my agenda. I wanted to talk about, how do you create digital transformation in your company? And the last agenda item that I actually wanted to talk about was taking a look. If you'd like to take a preview of get a PDF preview of the book, feel free to go to bit.ly/book influencer, and you'll be able to download preview PDF. And then if you wouldn't mind helping out with the promotion and sharing and that sort of thing. So there's a few ways that you might be able to help along that pathway as well. So please feel free to go there. I'm really excited. I hope you're able to see the book coming out in the next couple of days. And again, could really appreciate your help. So thanks again for watching. When I do these shows, there's 3 core categories that we go through as part of this Digital Leadership Facebook Live events to give you the strategy that you need to succeed. The State of Digital, where I talk about specific ideas and insights, how they affect your business and what you can do about it. Digital Leadership Guests, where I have interview an expert in the field and discuss their strategies for success. And then a Digital Discovery as well, where I ask marketing and strategy Q&A. Where I review tools and answer questions or talk about specific things as well. So thanks again for watching. Please like and leave a comment or an emoji as well throughout the video. And that's all I have. So I'm Doyle Buehler, and I will see you online.